Hello, everyone. Today I'm talking about Sandra Bullock. Now, she's been in a lot of films, but when she first got her start, she was just a supporting cast member. She never had top billing. She was never the major star in the movie. Now, in 1993, she did a movie called Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. Now, that movie sadly bombed at the box office. Not sure why. It was a great sci-fi thriller movie filled with action. Great movie. It was supposed to be a big hit, and it failed miserably. But the next year in 94, she got a role, Speed, with Keanu Reeves. Now, Keanu Reeves was already a big star in comedy Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure. So they got him, I think this was his very first action film, and it was a huge success. Speed. Great film, but again, she was not top billing in the movie, and she was just kind of like a center character. Keanu Reeves was the star of the film. So in 95, there are two films that came out. The very first one that came out was While You Were Sleeping. It was a romance comedy, and she was top billing in that with Bill Pullman, I believe. So that was her first top billing movie. But personally, I believe 6 months later in July, because in April that one opened up, so in July the net opened up, but she was really top billing, in my opinion, in this movie called The Net. That to me is a completely underrated movie. This movie is an absolute amazing film. I love The Net. So I believe she was the main star in this because they put her poster up. She was in every scene. It was all about her. And I'm going to tell you quickly what it was about. And also, Dennis Miller was in it. As you see the picture back there, he was a comedian. So I think this was one of his first actual movies he was in. I think Dennis Miller, he was in Saturday Night Live for a while. I think he also had his own talk show, but I could be wrong on that. And he did a lot of comedian work. So he was in this as well, but he wasn't top billing, and people didn't even know he was in it. He was just in it. Now, what this Net movie is about, I don't want to spoil it for you. I think this is a great film. Even so, it only has 38% Rotten Tomatoes. And on IMDb, it only has a 6 out of 10. Siskel and Ebert, they were famous critics at the time. They loved this movie. They thought it was a great movie. They really did. They did feel it was too long, but they were still happy that it was still long because they liked her as the actress. Now, she played a computer person, a computer analyst, but she worked from home. She never went in the office. Her name was Angela Bennett, I believe, and she played that character, and she just stayed at home. And people would give her the disc. She would see the problem, the glitch, and tell them, and they'll fix it on their end, or she might be able to fix it herself. But she was great at her job, so she never had to go into the office. But she did talk to this guy back and forth occasionally. Now, this guy, he worked in the same office and said, I have to come and see you one of these days. Well, I'm going on vacation soon, so she was going on vacation soon. Now, she had a computer where she also ordered pizza online. Well, 30 years later, that's what we do. There was no tablets back then or no cell phones back then, but technology was advancing in 95. So the technology in this film is a little bit advanced, but we actually have done that advancement now. So it's kind of fascinating. Now, it says right here, her driver license and everything, her life was deleted. She gets this disc and she finds something on it. So the friend says, I'm going to come down before you go on vacation, and we will look at this disc together. He gets killed accidentally, or wasn't. So now he gets killed. He finds out that he's not coming, and she has to go on vacation. But she has this disc, but she doesn't think too much of it. It's a glitch or something wrong in this Mozart disc thing, but it's more than that. Now bad guys want it. So while she's on vacation, she meets this guy. Is this guy going to try to help her? Is this guy bad? Is someone else watching her? And all of a sudden, she can't get back to the U.S., but she finds a way to get back to the U.S., and now her life is deleted. Like she doesn't exist. But she did not exist. No one really remembered who she was, except Dennis Miller. Dennis Miller, as the picture back there, that's the only friend that could possibly help her. So what is going on? There's chase scenes, there's action, really good dialogue. She makes an amazing performance in this. I think this film is way underrated for what it is. I personally give this a 9 out of 10. The only reason why I don't give it a 10 is because, well, I did feel it was too long. Even so, I still liked Sandra Bullock. I think there's just some scenes where they stretched out too long, but I still liked it though. And Siskel and Ebert actually kind of said the same thing. There were some scenes that were stretched too long, but it's very entertaining, very fun movie. Like it says in the back there, Sandra Bullock is sensational, and she was in this film, absolutely. And I only got this movie for $4. And I haven't watched it in a long time. I think it's on Netflix as well. But I had to own it. And for $4, it was just worth it. All right, everyone. I'm not going to tell you anymore. It's kind of like another movie with Will Smith, Enemy of the State, where he gets involved in something and people are chasing him. Well, she gets involved in this disc that they want. And people are deleting her. All right, everyone. Have an incredible day, and check out Enemy of the State with Gene Hackman and Will Smith. If you haven't seen that movie, that's a fantastic movie too, and that's what this movie reminds me of as well. Bye for now. Have an incredible day, and don't look at some reviews. Some people say this is not good. I think this is literally one of, and this also cost $22 million to make, and it made over $100,000 or $100 million, I believe. So it made its money back. $22 million to make. $100 million or more it made at the box office. 100,000. What was I thinking when I said that? If I'm wrong, I'll just put it at the back of me. But have an incredible day, everyone. Check out my movie reviews, food reviews, and much more. And thank you again for watching. And definitely check out The Net, her earlier work from 1995. Bye for now, everyone.